Hello students, in the present lecture of Indian Penal Code, we are going to discuss what is the meaning of solitary confinement, when any person is kept in solitary confinement, and what will be the limit of solitary confinement. In this lecture, we are going to discuss also that when any person is liable to get enhanced punishment under the provisions of Indian Penal Code. In other words, we can say that in this lecture, we will discuss the provisions of section number 73, 74 and 75 of Indian Penal Code 1860. First of all, in this present lecture, we will discuss what is the meaning of solitary confinement. Solitary confinement is an isolation of the prisoner from other co-prisoners. And in solitary confinement, there is complete segregation of the prisoner from the society. Solitary confinement is an extreme measure and it is to be really invoked in exceptional cases only. As this type of confinement is an extreme measure, so it is very important to note here that it cannot be inflicted to the prisoner for his whole term of imprisonment. It is very important to note that it cannot be inflicted to the prisoner for his whole term of imprisonment. The Supreme Court of India has also clarified in Sunil Batra vs. Delhi Administration EIR 1980 Supreme Court 1579 that any harsh isolation of a prisoner from the society of fellow prisoners must be inflicted only in accordance with fair procedure of law. And in the absence of that fair procedure of law, the confinement would be violative of Article 21 of the Constitution of India. Section 73 of Indian Penal Code lays down the provision that when any person is kept in solitary confinement. This section 73 of IPC can be divided into three parts. In the first part, it has been laid down that when any person is liable to get solitary confinement. Secondly, it says that it is the discretionary power of the court. And thirdly, it says what will be the period of solitary confinement according to different scales of imprisonment. According to section 73 of Indian Penal Code, whenever any person is convicted of an offence for which under this code of Indian Penal Code, the court has power to sentence him to rigorous imprisonment, the court may, it is very important. First of all, this solitary confinement can be imposed only in those cases in which the court has power to sentence the convicted person to rigorous imprisonment. And secondly, the court has the discretionary power whether to impose the solitary confinement or not. The court may, by its order of sentence, order that offender shall be kept in solitary confinement for any portion or portions of the imprisonment to which he is sentenced, and this solitary confinement not exceeding 3 months in the hall according to the following scale, that is to say, a time not exceeding 1 month if the term of imprisonment shall not exceed 6 months, a time not exceeding 2 months if the term of imprisonment shall exceed 6 months and shall not exceed 1 year, a time not exceeding 3 months if the term of imprisonment shall exceed 1 year. Okay, so this is something about section number 73. Now section number 74 will talks about what will be the limit of solitary confinement for any portion. How the solitary confinement will be executed. In executing a sentence of solitary confinement, such confinement shall in no case exceed 14 days at a time. That means to say, at one time, the total days for which the solitary confinement is made cannot exceed the period of 14 days. It can be less than 14 days or it will be equal to 14 days. It cannot be more than 14 days. And for each confinement, there will be interval between the periods of solitary confinement. And that interval cannot be less than the period for which the person had been confined in solitary confinement. That is to say, if the person had been confined for a period of 12 days, then minimum interval between two solitary confinement should be for 12 days. Okay, and when the imprisonment awarded shall exceed 3 months, then the solitary confinement shall not exceed 7 days in any month of the whole imprisonment awarded, with intervals between the period of solitary confinement not less duration than such periods. Okay, so this was something about section number 74. Now section number 75 also lays down a provision for enhanced punishment for certain offences. Section 75 of Indian Penal Code provides for enhanced punishment in case of a person who has already been convicted by an Indian court in India of an offence punishable under chapter number 12 or chapter number 17, with imprisonment of either description for a term 3 years or upward. That is to say, if a person whose trial is going on, and if that person is found guilty of committing an offence under chapter number 12 or chapter number 17 of IPC, and it has also been proved that person was already been convicted by an Indian court in India for an offence punishable under chapter number 12 or chapter number 17, with imprisonment of either description for a term of 3 years or upwards, then he would be liable to punishment up to imprisonment for life or up to 10 years. I want to repeat the whole page. Section 75 of IPC provides for enhanced punishment in case of a person who has already been convicted by an Indian court in India of an offence punishable under chapter number 12. And chapter number 12 deals with offences relating to coin and government stamps, or chapter number 17, and chapter number 17 deals with offences against property. Okay, chapter number 12 or chapter number 17 of this code with imprisonment of either description for a term of 3 years or upwards, if he is found guilty of committing the offence again under the said chapter number 12 or chapter number 17, he would be liable to punishment up to imprisonment for life or up to a period of 10 years. So this is something about this lecture. We have completed our chapter number 3 of punishment. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss what will be the general defenses in Indian Penal Code. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. If you want to get notes of my law lectures, then you can go to lawarticles2020.blogspot.com to get the notes. Thank you very much.